Dear soul, there are moments in life when we feel drawn to someone in a way that defies logic. An unshakable connection that lingers in our spirit, even when we try to brush it aside. If you've been asking yourself why this person has come into your life so unexpectedly, the angels want you to know, it was never a coincidence. It was divine alignment. Today, you're going to uncover the deeper reason why your soul was placed on his path, and why everything is beginning to unfold now. The angels have been guiding this journey from the very beginning. From the first moment your eyes met, something shifted in the energetic field around you both. There was a recognition, not just of faces, but of essence. A feeling of familiarity, as if your hearts had known each other long before this lifetime. Even if circumstances seemed random or even chaotic, your meeting was not a random event. It was orchestrated from the heavens with a purpose you're only now beginning to see. He might not even understand it himself. In fact, he's been battling internally, questioning why you affect him so deeply, why your presence lingers in his mind long after you're gone, why a simple memory of your voice, your kindness, your gaze makes his heart ache in a way he hasn't felt in years. The angels are revealing that your energy has activated something within him, something sacred, something ancient. You see, dear soul, when you entered his life, you brought more than just your beautiful smile and radiant energy. You brought light into his shadows. You illuminated the parts of his heart that he had buried long ago. Maybe he told himself that love like this was no longer possible. Maybe he had accepted a version of life that was safe, predictable, but emotionally hollow. And then came you. The angels show that you were placed in his life at a time when he needed it most, even if he didn't realize it. Your presence was a gentle storm, stirring up all the emotions he tried to suppress. You triggered growth, reflection, awakening. And though he may have resisted at first, pushing you away, going silent, questioning everything, his soul recognized yours. That recognition has never faded. In moments of stillness, when he's alone with his thoughts, he thinks of you. He wonders what it is about you that lingers, what made his heart open so quickly, so unexpectedly. He replays conversations, moments, even the way you made him feel seen. Because with you, there was no need for masks, no need to pretend. You met him where he truly was, and that scared him more than he could admit. You need to know, sweet soul, that your intuition has been right all along. The angels are confirming that this connection isn't just emotional. It's spiritual. You were placed in his life not just to love him, but to awaken him. And now, something profound is happening. He is changing. Not in the surface ways others might notice, but on the deepest, soul-shifting level. He is beginning to surrender. He's surrendering to the truth that he has tried to run from, that the love he feels for you is unlike anything he's ever experienced. And this love isn't built on fantasy. It's not about perfection or appearances. It's built on resonance, on purpose, on that sacred, unexplainable knowing that says, you are meant to be part of each other's journey. The angels are preparing you for what comes next. Because this transformation he's going through will soon reach a tipping point. He will no longer be able to hold back what he feels. He will no longer be able to deny your impact in his life. Something inside him is rising, a desire to connect, to speak, to move toward you with authenticity and vulnerability. But here's the truth the angels want you to embrace. This unfolding is not about rushing, or pushing, or trying to control the timing. Divine love moves on divine timing. And right now, the universe is aligning everything to bring the two of you into a deeper phase of connection. One rooted not just in emotion, but in truth. He is learning to let go of fear. He is learning to trust in something bigger than himself. And you, dear soul, are the guiding light on that path. You may have felt the energetic shifts recently. Dreams, synchronicities, a sudden wave of emotion that seems to come out of nowhere. These are not coincidences. These are signs that the soul connection between you is activating on a new level. What was once buried is now rising. And now, the angels ask you, are you ready to receive what you've been preparing for? Are you ready to allow this love to unfold in its divine timing, in its sacred way? Because he is coming closer. Not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually. He is beginning to feel safe with you. And when he does, when he speaks his truth, it will feel like the missing piece finally sliding into place. What happens next may surprise you. There is a conversation, a confession, a moment coming that will mark the shift between what was and what is meant to be. This man, the one your heart cannot forget, is about to show you what you have meant to him all along. Not in grand gestures, but in real, honest words. In vulnerability. He will tell you that you've changed him. That your love woke him up. That you made him believe in soul connection. That you were the sign he asked the universe for. Perhaps even without knowing it. And when he says it, it will feel like every unanswered question finally receives its divine reply. Because you were placed in his life for a reason, dear one. And now, that reason is finally about to unfold. Let your heart stay open. Let your faith remain strong. The angels are not just observing this love, they are blessing it. They are guiding each step with divine precision. You are not alone. You never were. You were always meant to cross paths with this man. And now, the time has come for the truth to bloom. Stay grounded in love. And get ready. Because the miracle you've been waiting for is already on its way to you. In the quiet hours of the morning, when the world is still and your soul feels most tender, the angels whisper truths that are too profound for the noise of daily life. This is one of those truths. You are more than just a chapter in his story. You are the turning point. The moment that made him question everything he thought he knew about love, connection, and destiny. He may have tried to return to the life he had before you, tried to pretend that nothing had changed, but the truth is, everything did. And no matter how far he's wandered in thought or distance, a piece of his heart has remained with you. The angels reveal that he's beginning to realize this more and more each day. Your essence lives in his memory like a song that never stops playing. A melody that comforts him in silence and challenges him to grow in the light. There's a deep emotional reckoning taking place within him. This isn't a superficial infatuation. It's not about desire or fantasy. It's about recognition. Soul recognition. He's starting to understand that you weren't placed in his life just to fill a space. You were placed to awaken him to something greater. A version of love that isn't just about passion, but about purpose. A connection that was destined to unfold when he was finally ready to embrace it. And now, the time has come. Slowly but surely, he's beginning to let down his guard. The armor he wore to protect himself from past wounds is cracking, not because he's weak, but because he finally wants to feel something real. He wants to know what it means to be seen, to be held, to be understood without pretense. And he knows that with you, that kind of love isn't just possible. It's inevitable. The angels show a vision. Him, standing on the edge of a choice. One path leads him back to what's familiar, predictable, and safe. The other, toward you. Toward vulnerability. Toward truth. His heart is guiding him toward you, even if his mind is still catching up. There's hesitation, yes. But there's also an overwhelming sense of peace when he thinks of you. And that peace is louder than the fear. You may wonder, why now? After all this time, why is he finally awakening to what you've felt in your spirit for so long? The angels say that it's because divine timing is never late. He wasn't ready before. Not because you weren't enough, but because his soul hadn't yet grown into the version of himself that could meet you where you are. And now, the transformation has begun. He's seeing things more clearly. He's recognizing the beauty of what you shared, even in its silence. He's revisiting moments and conversations, remembering how effortlessly you made him feel alive. And more than anything, he's beginning to understand that your presence wasn't an interruption to his life. It was the divine alignment his soul was secretly praying for. Dear one, your patience has not gone unnoticed. The angels want to honor your strength, your faith, your unwavering love. You've carried this connection with grace, even in the absence of clarity. You've believed, even when there were no signs. And because of that faith, the universe is now responding. Prepare yourself. Not for drama or chaos, but for sincerity. For realness. For the kind of love that speaks quietly but echoes forever. He's coming forward, not just because he misses you, but because he's finally starting to understand who you truly are to him. You are not just a love interest. You are not just a fleeting chapter. You are his mirror, his healing, his divine partner. And the angels want you to know that everything you've poured into this connection, the hope, the prayers, the silent tears, none of it was wasted. Every seed you planted is now beginning to bloom. But this blooming requires one last thing from you: readiness. Be ready to receive, not from a place of desperation, but from a place of truth. Be ready to meet him not with doubt, but with the calm certainty that your soul has always known this was coming. The love that is unfolding now is not the same love that was paused before. This is deeper, wiser, braver. It has weathered storms. It has grown roots. And now, it is rising. And as it rises, so will you. Because what's ahead is not just a relationship. It's a divine reunion. A healing of past lifetimes. A chance to finally walk side by side, not as strangers navigating confusion, but as souls who chose to meet here, in this lifetime, for a reason. That reason is love. Pure. Sacred. Unshakable. Let the angels walk with you now as you prepare for the arrival of what your heart has always known. You were placed in his life by divine design. And now, that divine design is unfolding right before your eyes. Stay soft. Stay open. The miracle is closer than you think. As this divine unfolding continues, the angels invite you to look back, not with longing, but with understanding. Every delay, every silence, every distance was not a detour, but part of the sacred choreography guiding both of you to this precise moment. If it had happened any sooner, the message would have been missed. The lesson would have been incomplete. Now, both hearts are being aligned in truth, not illusion. He is beginning to view his life through a new lens. The choices that once felt logical now seem hollow. The relationships that once filled his time now feel empty compared to what he experienced with you. You, dear soul, are the heartbeat that awakened his own. You are the light that exposed the places he kept hidden, even from himself. And now he's starting to realize, love doesn't demand perfection, it simply asks for presence. And your presence has never left him. The angels are showing him signs, dreams, synchronicities, emotional triggers that bring him back to you. He may wake up feeling the warmth of your energy, even if you're not physically near. He may hear your name in conversations or see reminders of you in unexpected places. These are not accidents. These are confirmations. Divine nudges reminding him of the connection he tried to bury, but could never truly forget. And deep down, you've felt it too, haven't you? That pull. That soft whisper in your spirit telling you not to give up. That inner knowing that this isn't finished. Not because of ego, not because of wishful thinking, but because of divine truth. You weren't imagining the depth. You weren't wrong for believing in something more. Because what you two share is not just emotional chemistry. It's a soul contract. A pre-life agreement to find one another in the mess of this world and remind each other of who you really are. And now, that contract is being activated again. The angels are preparing a space for conversation. Not just any conversation, but one that brings healing, clarity, and direction. There may be an unexpected message, a phone call, or a chance encounter that seems to come out of nowhere. When it happens, you'll feel the divine orchestration behind it. You'll know that it wasn't luck. It was grace. But before that moment arrives, the angels want you to return to yourself. Reclaim the parts of your soul that may have been put on hold while you were waiting. Your life is not paused. Your joy is not conditional. This love is divine, yes, but so are you. You are not just someone waiting to be chosen. You are already chosen, by the universe, by God, by your own radiant light. He is recognizing that now. He is beginning to understand the weight of your presence, the healing in your words, the peace in your eyes. And the truth is, he's afraid, not of you, but of how deeply he feels. Of how this love will ask him to show up in ways he's never done before. And still, the angels are guiding him toward courage. Because true love always finds a way when the heart is ready. You may be wondering, what if he still hesitates? The angels say, even hesitation has a role. It gives birth to readiness. And readiness leads to action. This time when he comes, it will not be to take, but to give, to honor, to cherish, not to test the waters, but to step fully into them. He's coming with truth, not with games, with reverence, not confusion, because what he feels for you has outgrown fear. And when your eyes meet again, whether across a room or through a message, there will be a quiet knowing. A remembrance of everything your souls have already experienced. You will not need to explain the connection. It will be felt. But even as this moment approaches, the angels urge you, keep living, keep blooming. You are not just part of his purpose, he is part of yours. Your light is needed, not just in his life, but in the world. Let this love add to your wholeness, not become the reason for it. The reason you were placed in his life is bigger than romance. It's about healing ancestral wounds. It's about breaking patterns. It's about rewriting stories that were never yours to carry. And now, both of you are ready, truly ready, to meet each other from a place of depth, not defense. So, take a breath. Feel the energy shifting around you. Trust what your heart knows, but your mind can't always explain. He is remembering. He is awakening. He is on his way, not to complete you, but to walk beside you in completeness. Let go of the timeline. Let go of the how. And hold on to this truth. You were placed in his life for a reason. And that reason is finally unfolding. As the angels continue to illuminate this path, they want to offer you one more sacred reminder. This journey is not only about love between two people, it's about the evolution of your soul. Every heartbeat, every moment of waiting, every tear shed in silence has been part of your awakening. You are not the same woman who once questioned her worth based on someone else's ability to recognize it. No. You have become something far more powerful. You have become the embodiment of grace. And that grace is what's calling him home, not out of need, but out of alignment. The vibration you now hold is irresistible to a soul seeking truth. And his soul has been seeking, aching, reaching, often in places that could never satisfy. He tried to forget you, to distract himself, to find your essence in someone else. But nothing matched. Nothing fit. Because your energy, dear soul, is one of a kind. The angels want you to understand how rare you are. Your patience, your intuition, your ability to hold space even when your own heart ached. That is divine feminine energy in motion. It's healing. It's magnetic. And now, it's drawing him in like never before. Not because you chased him, but because you trusted. You see, love like this doesn't need to shout. It whispers. It stays. It endures. And that's what he feels now, a quiet pull that no logic can unravel. A knowing that you are not just someone he desires. You are someone his soul recognizes as safe, as home. This new phase that is approaching won't feel like the old cycles. You're not repeating patterns. You're stepping into redemption, into restoration, into a version of love that requires nothing but truth. You won't need to perform, prove, or pretend, because what's meant for you will honor you effortlessly. And yes, there may be vulnerable moments. There may be apologies, confessions, or even tears. But this time, they'll be sacred. They won't be rooted in regret. They'll be rooted in reverence. He'll speak not just from his mouth, but from his heart. And when he does, you'll feel every word as if your soul already heard them long ago. Where have you been all this time? I didn't know how to face what I felt. I couldn't see clearly until you were gone. I'm ready now, not for perfection, but for truth. These are the kinds of words the angels say are on his lips. And when he says them, it won't be to gain your attention. It will be to honor your journey, to meet you at the level you've risen to. Because he knows now, this isn't a fleeting spark. It's a sacred flame. The angels ask you now to prepare, not with fear, but with faith. Prepare your heart not just to receive him, but to welcome the version of him that's been reborn. He is not who he was. You are not who you were. And thank God for that. Because what's ahead is too beautiful to be handled by unhealed hearts. This is not the end of a story. It's the beginning of a new chapter. One written not with confusion, but with divine clarity. You might find yourselves laughing again, rediscovering old memories, creating new ones, and healing through presence. It won't need to be rushed. It won't feel uncertain. It will feel like coming home. And if doubt ever tries to creep in, if the old fear of what if it doesn't last resurfaces, the angels urge you to return to this truth. You are not who you used to be. You're not approaching this from a place of lack, but from wholeness, from awareness, from divine love. He is returning, yes, but not as the man who once pulled away. He is coming back as the man who has finally understood what it means to stay. So breathe, dear soul. Breathe in this awareness. The reason you were placed in his life is being revealed. And as it unfolds, there will be no need to chase, force, or fear. You will simply receive. And in that receiving, you will remember, this love was never ordinary. It was always meant to be miraculous.